Now, we've all been to boring meetings where no one had a clue what was going on and that were a complete waste of time. So if you have been the victim of meetings that could have been an email, don't be a perpetrator. In this video, I'm going to share how to design the perfect client meeting agenda and how to grab my free template. So sit tight, I'll be right back. Hello heroes, and welcome to my channel where I've made it my mission to help busy key account managers get results. I'm your host, Warwick Brown, and together we'll explore tips, tricks, and trends to help you grow client revenue, crush customer retention, and build a successful career in key account management. All right, so let's figure out how to have a cohesive, awesome, fantastic meeting agenda that helps you drive client conversations in the right direction. There are 7 steps in total, and if you stick around till the end, I'll share with you a link where you can grab my free meeting agenda template. Step number 1 is key outcomes. State the purpose of the meeting and the expected result. So it's going to be something like, this meeting is to discuss, insert purpose. By the end of the meeting, we will have, and insert your intended outcome. Now, meetings typically fall into one of these 3 types. They're either an information meeting where you're just going to exchange information. They are an align meeting where you're going to make decisions or where you're going to agree plans, or it's a resolution type meeting where you're going to solve problems or deal with conflict. All right, step number 2, pre-work. Describe any work that must be completed in advance of the meeting so that everybody arrives prepared. Now, I encourage you to do this because it can mean that your meeting is so much more efficient, so much more effective because everybody comes already having done the work. They know what they're there to do and they're ready to contribute. Step 3 is participants. List everybody that you need to invite to help you achieve your outcome. Now, be ruthlessly selective. I mean, ruthless. Only include the people who have a stake in the issues being discussed, or they have the most information and knowledge about the topics, or they need to be there. They need to be a part of that conversation in order to do their jobs more effectively, or they have the authority to make decisions related to the issues, or they have responsibility to implement the things that are going to come out of the meeting because of the decisions that are made. Step 4, we're finally there, is to build the agenda. Now, that's where you want to outline all of the topics that you want to discuss. The way I like to do it is in columns. The first column is where I describe the objective, and I'm going to include verbs, those doing words, so people know what expressly is required for that particular agenda item. Then I'm going to describe the actions for each objective. Is it a workshop? Is it post-it notes on the wall? Is there an activity? Do they need to do reading? Whatever it might be, I want to describe what we're going to do during that part of the agenda. Then I'm going to describe the purpose. Now, I just use a couple of categories, whether it's for information, whether it's for input, or whether it's for a decision. That way, participants know whether they're there to listen for that part of the agenda or they're there to contribute. Name the facilitator or leader for each agenda item. Now, particularly as an account manager, when you're building these, often you end up being the leader for everything. I encourage you to co-own the agenda with your clients because it'll be much more balanced and much more engaging if you pass over to your client to own parts of that agenda and that conversation. And my last column is to estimate the time dedicated to each agenda item. This is essential. It's so important for a number of reasons. One, it's going to help you figure out if you've allowed enough time for the discussions. Sometimes when you add up all those minutes that you have dedicated, you realize that there's not enough meeting to cover everything. So it means you either have to extend the time or you have to strip back on your agenda. And then when you're in the meeting, it's going to ensure that you stay on track and stay focused. Step number 5 is questions. I like to list any questions here that I need to get answered during the meeting, because often once you share your agenda, people will come back to you with questions. You don't need to really redesign your agenda. You can just capture a list of questions to make sure that you get to them or that you circulate in advance of the meeting for people to think about. Step 6 is decisions. List out any decisions that need to be made during the meeting. 1, 2, 3, however many there may be. But the reason for this is you don't want to overlook something that was really important. Sometimes we go to meetings and we don't leave with what we came for. So if you have the questions that need to be answered in step 5, you have the decisions that need to be made in step 6, it's going to ensure that at the end of the meeting, you get what you went there for. And lastly, step 7 is additional instructions. Now, there might be some pre-reading, there might be some supplementary optional resources. Maybe you've created a collaborative space where people can access all of the documents, they can leave comments, and they can ask all of their questions. Maybe you want to add a video to add some more context or present some of the information that you're circulating in order to make it easier for people to access. So whatever it might be, there might be just a few additional things that you want to add as you wrap up your agenda. Now, before I wrap up, did you know I'm on Telegram? I'm so excited about this channel because it's an easy way for you to stay up to date on when I publish content so you don't miss a thing. So you can subscribe at my Telegram channel, t.me/thecamclub. I announce when I have a new podcast episode, a new video, a new blog post, or workshop webinar. So yeah, come catch me on Telegram. All right, let's do a quick recap of the 7 steps to the perfect meeting agenda. 1, describe the key outcomes. 2, explain any pre-work. 3 is to list participants and why they're attending. 4, outline the topics for discussion. 5, list any questions that need to be answered. 6, list any decisions that need to be made. 7 is to describe any additional instructions to help everyone come to the meeting prepared and ready to contribute. Well, that's a wrap, heroes, on how to create the perfect meeting agenda. If you want to grab my template, then visit amtip.co/meetingagenda to download. No registration required. It's a Word version, so you can edit and customize as you wish. And if you would like to keep watching, then check out this video where I create a meeting agenda using mind maps, which is a fantastic tool. It's very visual and a great way to encourage collaboration. So until next time, bye for now.